Is the Browns' defense about to lose its mastermind, or is the front office preparing a record-breaking $6 million peace offering to save the franchise? The tension inside the building has reached a terrifying breaking point, and the future of Cleveland football is hanging by a thread. You won't believe the secret power struggle between ownership and the front office that almost derailed everything. Before we get into the absolute chaos unfolding at team headquarters, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, share this video with every diehard fan you know, and subscribe so you're always the first to hear the latest breaking news. Can you imagine this team without the defensive genius who turned them into a top 5 unit overnight? The situation with Jim Schwartz has officially shifted from unfortunate to a full-blown organizational crisis. We've all seen the reports by now. Schwartz was reportedly incensed after being passed over for the head coaching job, and sources say he was visibly upset, saying his goodbyes and even cleaning out his office in a fit of frustration. For a veteran like Jim, this wasn't just another job hunt. It felt like his final shot at the top spot, and when the door was slammed in his face, he looked ready to walk away for good. But here is the catch that's keeping everyone in Cleveland awake at night. He's still under contract. The Browns have the power to block him from interviewing with any other team for a coordinator role, which essentially traps him in a high-stakes standoff. If he wants out, his only options are to retire at 60 years old or sit on the sidelines and hold out. And let's be honest, that's just not the kind of pro Jim Schwartz is. The plot thickens because the market for his services is already shrinking. The San Francisco 49ers, who were widely considered the biggest threat to steal him away, just hired Raheem Morris as their defensive coordinator. They couldn't afford to sit around and wait for the legal drama in Cleveland to resolve itself. With options drying up across the league, the path back to the dog pound is suddenly looking like the only bridge left standing. And the Browns know it. Why else do you think they haven't interviewed a single other defensive coordinator candidate during this entire coaching search? They aren't looking for a plan B. They are 100% committed to mending this relationship. Word around the league is that Jimmy Haslam is ready to open the vault, preparing an offer that would pay Schwartz nearly $6 million a year, making him the highest-paid defensive coordinator in NFL history. This isn't just about football anymore. It's a massive financial olive branch meant to heal the ego and secure the future. Question of the day. Do you think paying $6 million to keep a defensive coordinator is a genius move to maintain continuity? Or is it a desperate overpay that shows the organization is being held hostage by its own coaches? Let me know your stance. Type "pay him" or "let him walk" in the comments below. It's not just the front office feeling the pressure. The locker room is starting to speak out. Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward was incredibly open about the situation, essentially begging for Schwartz to stay. The players believe in the system, and they've seen the results on the field. But for this marriage to actually work, Schwartz has to be able to look new head coach Todd Monken in the eye and work alongside him without a shred of resentment. If these two can actually align their leadership styles, we could be looking at the most dangerous coaching duo in the AFC. But that requires maturity, and after a reported tantrum that involves storming out of the building, many are wondering if that ship has already sailed. However, the coaching drama is just the tip of the iceberg. There is a wild report circulating about a massive rift between general manager Andrew Berry and owner Jimmy Haslam. Reliable sources are saying that Berry was actually pushing for a younger, high-upside swing in Nate Scheelhaase to be the next head coach. Berry reportedly loved the innovation and the potential for a long-term offensive identity. But then, ownership intervened. Haslam reportedly stepped in and demanded the veteran experience of Todd Monken, effectively overriding his GM's preferred candidate. While Monken is a brilliant hire with 37 years of experience and a track record of winning national titles at Georgia, the real story here is the dysfunction. If you hire a GM to run your football operations but then step in and make the biggest decision of the year for him, you aren't running a team, you're running an arranged marriage. This kind of interference is exactly why people call this organization dysfunctional. We've seen this movie before, where the owner and the GM aren't on the same page, and it almost always leads to a mid-season collapse. Is it possible that the owner actually made the right choice by accident? Monken is arguably the best man to get this offense moving immediately, especially with the quarterback room in its current state. He's a win now coach who doesn't need a learning curve. But if the relationship between the front office and the coaching staff is built on a foundation of distrust and overridden decisions, how long can it actually last before the cracks start to show on the field? And just when you thought the news cycle couldn't get any more intense, we're looking at a historic milestone for the franchise. Reports are already confirming that the first ever NFL game in Paris, France, is set for October 2026, and the Browns are rumored to be the opponent facing the New Orleans Saints at the Stade de France. Imagine the global stage, the lights of Paris, and the chance to show the world that Cleveland has finally moved past the drama. But to get there, we have to survive this offseason first. We have the talent, we have the record-breaking sack leaders, and we finally have an offensive mastermind in Monken. But if the ego management inside the building fails, all that potential is going to go up in smoke. We are standing at a crossroads. Either the organization successfully buys back Jim Schwartz's loyalty with a record-breaking contract and creates a powerhouse staff, or the internal friction between Barry, Haslam, and the coaches tears the whole thing down before the first kickoff. The talent on this roster is too elite to be wasted on power struggles and hurt feelings. The fans deserve a winner. The players deserve stability, and the city deserves to see this plan actually work. It's time to stop the soap opera and start the championship run. Would you like me to analyze how Todd Monken's specific offensive system will integrate with the current quarterback room to maximize our chances in 2026?